Master 1 is the highest rung on Master Duel's competitive ladder, and getting there is not easy. Not only do you need a strong deck, but you need to learn it inside and out so that you can operate at peak efficiency. But what if you play a needlessly complicated deck? One with combos so convoluted that even a spreadsheet isn't going to cut it. How far could you get then? I'm Hardleg Joe, if you didn't know, and that's just the kind of thing I do. Each month my patrons pick a different deck, and I see how far I can push it up the Master Duel ladder. This month we're playing Vaylantz, a pendulum-based archetype themed after turn-based strategy games, with a complex playstyle to match. Not only does every monster have a pendulum effect and 2 monster effects to keep track of, but one of those triggers when the monster is moved to a different zone on the board, which means knowing where to place your cards is just as important as when to play and what to play. The result is an incredibly difficult deck that is also insanely powerful once mastered, able to OTK going second or completely lock down the board going first. The question this month is not, can Vaylantz reach Master 1? The question is, can I learn them well enough to get there in just 3 short weeks? You'll have to watch to find out, so grab a snack and lean back, because we got a long road ahead of us, and into the back row I go. Alright, here we are, and as the intro said, we are playing Vaylantz, which is not going to be easy. Pendulum decks are always kind of tricky. Haven't really done one of those in this series so far, unless you count DDD, but that had a lot of other stuff going on. This is the first pure pendulum archetype I'm playing. And Vaylantz in particular, very tricky, lots of zone placement stuff. I'm sure I'll mess up, but as always, I will try my best. And as you probably noticed from looking up there, we're still actually in the tail end of last month. If you missed last month's ladder climb, we made it all the way to Master 1. And tomorrow that'll be resetting back down to Diamond 5. But until then, we're going to build and test the deck here. I've got a beta version made. We did a little bit of testing. And while it's not perfect by any means, I'm sure there's still some quirks to work out. I got a lot of the main components there. There's some cards in here that just like, no matter what build you play, you're going to be playing 3 of this. You're going to be playing 3 of this. All of the ones I saw were playing 2 of each of the field spell. And there's just a couple other tech cards that we might move in and out. We're going to start with a go second build. We're going to aim to blind second on our opponent and tear things apart, because I think this deck has a lot of unique abilities, especially with the field spells, to like remove stuff that other decks don't have. So that's why we're main decking Lava Golem and Triple Tactics to start with, just to make that a little bit easier. We do still have a plan going first, which is why I dedicated 1 slot to Fossil Dyna and Gallant Granite. The go first version of this is very Floodgate heavy. There's a pretty simple combo you can do with 1 or 2 cards that allows you to end on a Disruption and a Fossil Dino, which if you don't know, just prevents your opponent from special summoning. So all they get is the 1 normal summon, and then you pop that, and they literally can't do anything. That's not very fun. It's not something I really want to do. Maybe we'll end up doing that later in the episode. But I want to start with the go second version, and then we're putting in this here in case we lose the coin flip and they make us go first. I don't want to Floodgate you, but if you make me go first, then I will. You're gonna get the Fossil Dyna. And yeah, as you probably noticed, we've already got most of the deck built here. We need 2 super rares and 4 or 5 ultra rares. Mostly just another field spell and this new boss monster, Arktos. And fortunately, these 2 are in the newest pack, Rage of Chaos. So we'll be able to open that and also pick up some Kashtira stuff in case we ever do anything with that. Pick up some other staples. The rest of these we're going to have to craft, and honestly, with how many points we have, we probably could craft them. But people seem to like the pack opening, so we're going to open some packs, see what we can get. And if you don't like the pack openings, if you just want to see what happens, get like a deck profile, there's time codes down below. I spend a lot of time on those. You could check that, skip ahead to that, or just skip ahead to the duels if you want. You could do whatever you want. Freedom! And here's the pack we're going to be opening. Rage of Chaos, the newest normal pack, which has a whole smattering of different things. It's got the new Sky Striker support. It's got some pendulum stuff. It's got generic chaos stuff, like Chaos Angel, which is going to be an extra deck staple moving forward. It's, of course, introduced the Kashtiras, and it's got a smattering of the Vaylantz stuff. All the Vaylantz stuff we need is in here, including Arktos XII, the newest boss monster. It's got the field spell, and it's got the Priestess, which is the super rare we're looking for. Most of the stuff in here we don't necessarily need, or we already have. We probably want to collect one of these, but we can break down any extras. Same thing with this. Anything beyond the first one can get broken down. If we get a third field spell, that can go. I'm not really interested in playing Sky Strikers, although I've heard Azalea is good at a one-of as like generic removal, because it's just 2 light and or dark monsters. And we'll probably want to pick up like a Kashtira core just in case we end up playing that later on. But anything beyond that we can break down. We're just trying to get some more points. And who knows, maybe we'll go into another Pendulum secret pack and just open some stuff up. Alright, first 1,000 gems, let's go. Rage of Chaos and, oh boy. Shinies everywhere, mostly SRs, which we don't really need, but there's at least one UR, and some of these might be hiding. You know, they might be in the closet. I guess we'll find out as we open them. Cool. Oh, hey. Rise Heart. I guess we could use one of those. Alright, last pack. We got some URs. Chaos Archfiend, alright. Priestess? No, it's a Shizuku. Will we get the Arktos XII? No, but we got the Vaylantz field spell, which is pretty good, you know? We didn't get everything we wanted, but we got something we wanted, and we're working on building up a Kashtira deck, so pretty good. Opening 10 packs and getting 3 URs is pretty nice, and we got a lot of SRs that we can potentially break down. Yeah, we got 5 of these. Get so many UR points. Alright, so one thing down. We still need the Arktos. Let's go in for another 10 packs. Ooh, an ultra rare right off the bat. I don't suppose this is the one we want, is it? No, but it's another Fenrir, and it's a shiny Fenrir. We already have 2 of those things, so this one will break down for a solid 15 UR points. That's like half of a Beyond the Pendulum. Hey. Oh, whoa! Royal Kong Wyson. Hey, maybe that's a sign of good luck. Usually I break down the Royals because I don't care about shiny things. But if it's for the deck I'm playing and we're going into it and we have extra URs, I guess we'll see. Once we spend like 5,000 points, you know, if we really need the URs, that's essentially a Beyond the Pendulum. Like, we just pulled Beyond the Pendulum right there. But if not, I'll see about keeping it around, you know. And we got another one of these, which we've already got 3 of, so that's just more points. Alright, final card of the pack. And it's just another one of her. We got 3 of her this time. So there's a whole bunch of, you know, super rare crafting points. We got the Royal, we got one of these we can break down. But we did at least get one thing that we wanted, which was another Priestess. So, you know, we're doing pretty good. We're what, 2 for 2? 2,000 gems spent, 2 cards gotten. One more, I'm thinking. We get to the 3,000 and that's all we need to get the Chronochasm. At least I hope so. Boom! Hardleg jump scare. Turns out they updated Master Duel in the middle of me opening packs. So we're taking a little break, a little side detour from the pack openings to do some stuff. You can see I'm now back down into Diamond 5, but more importantly, they updated the ban list. And the previous ban list, quite a few things got hit. You know, look at my old tier deck, and Purrley is now gone, Agito's now gone. I went ahead and broke one of those down, but I got some other stuff that can be broken down. You know, that grass, now at 1. So we can dismantle that, get the bonus points. Bam, even more. Someone said you get the bonus points anyway. So this would give me 50 points, right? Yeah, fuck it. I don't care about shinies. Adios, Royal Kelbeck. I don't need you anymore. I don't feel like playing with you anymore. Let's check real quick and see anything else. Alright, so after looking over everything else we've got here, we get to decraft 1 branded fusion, both our block dragons. And this isn't on the ban list recently, but while we're here, we might as well decraft the other Fenrir. So that should give us quite a few points. Subject to bonuses. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. So now we're doing a little bit better. We could craft things even easier, but I still want to hard pull the Chronochasm. So let's go try that, shall we? Back to the pack mines. All right, we return to our regularly scheduled pack opening. 1,000 more. This is the 3,000 bits. Will we get the Chronochasm? It's not looking good, but you know, I believe there may be one hidden in here somewhere. Oh, another Starry Night. Chaos Dragon. Alright. Oh, that was the 10th pack. Only one new R this time, and it was just another Fenrir. Which, I mean, that's something we could break down, but we've broken our streak. We no longer have all of them. Let's go ahead. We'll do another 1,000. I want to keep trying to get the Chronochasm. I believe we could do it. We'll at least spend 5,000 here, see what we can get. And there's no purples again. Oh, hey, what's this? First pack and we already got a purple. Could it be the one we crave? Can we get the Arktos XII? No. No, it's Arlecchino. But it's kind of like a weird fucked up version of him, you know? Like evil Arlecchino. He's like me for real, you know? Rollin', 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 rollin'. Another Starry Night. Hey, there we go! Oh, and it's a little extra shiny too. Look at that shiny ass machine. I didn't think he was hiding, sneaking, running, coming for me in the darkness. We got everything we needed in 4K. Not the most robust pack opening, but it'll do. It'll do. That with the other crafts and everything will be great. Oh, and another Arlecchino. Yeah, we got 2 of them, 1 Arktos. Yeah. Oh, and we got the 3rd Priestess. So that literally is just everything we wanted out of this pack. Except for this, which we're not even using this month, most likely. Yeah, we're all fire and water. We can't even use this, so... yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. And there we go! The deck has been crafted. We got everything, with ultra rare points to spare. And super rare points as well. So if anything later in the month we decide we want to change some stuff up, add some new tech cards, we got plenty of room. Maybe put in a 3rd Kurikara. That's been a fun tech card, at least it was last month. So from here, I'm going to take this, I'm going to test it out. We'll probably make some more changes to it. And then I'll come back in the next stream with a deck profile explaining how everything works, in case you don't know anything about Vaylantz. Again, you can skip ahead from that. But if you're curious about the testing, if you're curious about seeing that, one, you could consider coming down to Twitch, link down in the description. I stream all my duels, all my testing and everything. And you can also consider joining the Patreon, because the Patreons are not only the ones who help me test, they're the ones who pick the decks I use in the first place. I always get comments from people who are like, please play this, or they ask, are you going to play this? It's not up to me, it's up to the patrons. The $10 patrons get to pick the decks and then vote on what they want. So if there's something you want to play, you gotta join the Patreon, you gotta talk to the other patrons, use the power of democracy, and get something like Vaylantz worked in on there. So yeah, we'll be right back. Whoosha! Here we are! Stream 1, day 1, first day of recording the ladder climb. And we did some testing last time, and we didn't really change all that much. I pretty much added in 1 extra archer. We've got another Hanzo. We got rid of this voltage Viscount, but that's really not going to make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. It just gives us a little bit of a better chance going second. And as for why it does that, I'm not sure I can explain it. This is usually where I sit down and give like a deck profile, but this is the most complicated deck I've played since DDD, and if you remember that episode, I pretty much didn't give a deck profile there either. Because if I did, we could be here for an hour. These are very complicated cards. Because they're pendulums, they've each got 2 effect boxes, a pendulum effect and a monster effect, and making that even more complicated, each of the monsters has 2 effects. So all I'm really going to do is just explain their basic, most fundamental idea behind these, which is that essentially they're like Warhammer or Skylanders, like some sort of weird combination of the 2 put into card form. You could see that on here. They've got these like little amiibos, and then you put the amiibos into the game, and then the game has like these 2 little fields, and the characters themselves, the mechanics of them, it's a lot of moving pieces on the game board, shifting them left and right and stuff. every one of these monsters is a pendulum, and all the pendulums have some effect where if they're in the pendulum zone, you can special summon them by moving them forward into the monster zone that's in front of them. And then while they're in the monster zone, they have two effects. One that they can just activate normally, and another one that activates when they move to a different monster zone. So you have some cards, like this one, this is probably our main searcher. During the main phase, if you control this special summoned card, you can add a Vaylantz spell from your deck to your hand. If this in the monster zone moves to another monster zone, add a Vaylantz monster from deck to your hand. So this is a double searcher, but in order to get that second search, you have to slide this to the right. So we've got some cards like that that have cool effects when they slide, and then you've got these two, the Vaylantz Ninja and the Buster Baron. And both of these are, if you control this special summoned card, target another Vaylantz, move that into an adjacent horizontal monster zone. So we've got movers and we've got shakers, I guess. And the idea is basically, with this combo, you get a spell. We've got a spell that places any Vaylantz into a pendulum zone. So you can play this, move it forward, grab the spell, get this guy, put him in the zone, move him forward, use his effect to move her, she searches another one, and then because you've moved her out of the way, you can place another monster in the pendulum zone, move it forward. So you get this weird, like, marching towards the center of the board that then gets even further complicated by the fact that you've got pendulums, so you can pendulum them back. And also some of their other effects. Like, one quirk about this board is they have two field spells, one for each faction. You'll notice that half of the monsters are like spellcasters, and half of them are machines. That's kind of the thing that this board game is going for. The two factions is like, oh, the nature spiritual ones, and then the weird machine ones who have dominated nature. And they each have their own field spell, and if you activate one field spell, it activates the other in your opponent's board. So you are creating this game by putting a field on each side of the field. And then the field spells have some very interesting effects. The machine one says if you have a monster in the same column as your opponent's monster, you can move their monster into the back row and it becomes a continuous spell card. And if there's any spells or traps back there, those get destroyed by game mechanics. It's weird. And then the spellcaster one is the opposite. If there's a monster in your spell trap zone or your pendulum zone, you can move it forward and have it become a monster. So these all have their effects while they're in the pendulum scale, while they're pendulums. But we've also got like other effects like this guy, the Viscount, where he can take a monster in your extra deck, put it in the spell trap zone as a continuous spell, which, you know, it can't summon itself while it's a spell. It only has a pendulum effect. But this effect of this field spell can move it forward. And then you have it on the board, and if you match it up with one of your opponents, then you can move them, and that has that weird removal of turning them into spell traps. And if all of this sounds very confusing, I'm only scratching the surface. That's what this deck is. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like playing chess. You are not only having to think several moves ahead, but you've got to think literal moves ahead by planning where you're going to place them and where they're going to move on the board. So if I start messing up the combos, I hope you understand why. And then in addition to all that, it's also worth mentioning really briefly the actual summoning conditions, because it's not as simple as I said it was. So the low-level monsters, you can just, if they're in the pendulum zones, move them forward. And then it locks you out of special summoning any monsters that aren't Vaylantz monsters, except from the extra deck. So we have access to all sorts of generic extra deck tools, but we can't like pendulum summon other pendulums from our hand or anything. You're kind of locked into it. Now the higher level ones don't give you that lock, but in order to summon them, you either have to control a monster from the same faction, or the field spell that represents them has to be on the field. So like this one, this is a spellcaster. It's represented by the Shinra Bansho field spell. If that's in a field zone, or you control a water Vaylantz monster, you can summon this. So sometimes if you don't have the field spells, these can get a little complicated because you have to remember, I can't summon this if there's a machine on the board. There has to be one of the water spellcaster ones. and vice versa with the high-level machines. They have to have a smaller machine, otherwise they can't come out. And then other than that, we're just playing a Go Second build. We've got Maxi, we've got Ash Blossom, we've got Lava Golem, because you don't really use your normal summon in this, and the lock is only after you use the summon effect. So we start our turn, we get rid of 2 monsters, and then we can do all our summoning shenanigans. We're also trying triple tactics for now. We might switch these out as we go. The only other things worth mentioning, we've got the one of Kaiden Kendo Spirit, just because this is a level 9 scale, and all of the Vaylantz are a 1 scale. They don't have a high scale in the main deck. Some of their extra deck monsters are high scales, but getting them into the scales is actually kind of tricky. We have a thing with Beyond the Pendulum, which searches any pendulum. So a big part of our combo is using 2 monsters to make this, searching out Kendo Spirit, and then this plus any Vaylantz lets us summon something back. And then also, we have Fossil Dyna. There's a lot of versions of this deck that are basically just Floodgate Turbo, and they work off the fact that you can essentially get 2 level 4s without normal summoning, make a Gallant Granite, search this, do some more combos, and then just like summon this with like an Avramax, which if you don't know, Avramax says you can't attack anything except for it. So they can't special summon, they can only normal summon, and if they normal summon, they have to battle the 3000. They can't just beat over this. I don't want to do that. I think that sounds very boring. I'm going to try to stay on a Go Second board breaker version of this as much as I can. But you got to have a plan for if they make you go first. If we lose the coin toss and they say you have to go first, then I wash my hands of any, I didn't want to do this. You made me do this, so you're going to get the Fossil Dyna. And that'll also help me prepare if this inevitably turns out to be not good enough and we have to go on the Floodgate. This will be a little practice. So there you go. That explains hopefully enough for you to get the bare basics of it. The rest you'll just have to learn by watching or go watch another deck profile or something. Either way, let's get on into things. All right, we lost the coin toss, which should not matter. We're going second, which is what we want to do. This deck has quite a lot of board-breaking potential, assuming our opponent doesn't build too big of a board. I feel like at the moment the meta isn't like super oppressive as far as building boards. There's a lot of Kashtira, Tearlament, maybe some, Traptrix. This should be interdesting. But we've got a pretty good starting hand. Anytime you open with the Searcher and a field spell, you're in prime position. The problem, of course, is that because you need to move things, you kind of always have to start with the Searcher. Like, I can't put these 2 in because I have no way to move them left or right. So once they're on the field, I can't do anything without making them an extra deck monster. Which I might be able to do. That's why I put 2 of this guy in. This guy actually is pretty good for baiting stuff out. If you control this monster, target an effect monster, toss a coin. If the result is heads, negate its effect. If the result is tails, have its attack. And then if it moves, you can target any card, flip a coin. Heads, it's destroyed. Tails, it goes back to the hand. So if they have a monster worth negating, they kind of have to stop this because there's a chance it could negate it. All right. So draw a card. But we're going to start with Lava Golem. We're going to tribute you and you. And we're going to put this here. Then we're going to activate our Royal Field spell. Okay, they're bringing back Sarah. Do this. Then we get that one. We're going to put this here. We're going to see if we can use this guy to bait stuff out. We'll use his effect, march him forward, and hope we don't get trap hold. And now, the reading begins. They're like, the fuck is this? The fuck does it do? It has so much text. And they're gonna use an imperm on it. Alright, I didn't even have to activate the effect. Okay, they're getting this, and they're just going to pop one of my spells. Alright. So we're gonna have to do this. We're going to activate this and put the other one over there. And then we're going to use the effect. Since we have something in the same column, we can move Lava Golem into the back row, and that destroys the Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. So now I think they're out of disruptions for the most part. We can put this here. We can summon forth. And we could try to get the search. We're going to go for the Vaylantz Awakening. The question is, what do we do from here? Okay, I think we go for Beyond the Pendulum with this hand. We're going to use these two. We're going to go Beyond the Pendulum. When this is summoned, we can search out any pendulum monster, but we cannot activate monster effects or pendulum effects until we pendulum summon first. So if they have something that like disrupts this somehow, we could be mega owned. But fortunately, it doesn't look like they're doing that. Then we will pendulum. We'll get back these two. Summon those. This comes back. If you summon two monsters with different effects, you can pop 2 cards on the field. So let's go ahead and pop you and you. We'll just get 2 cards out of here. Poppy Poppy. And then this, because it's a Spirit Pendulum, comes back to our hand. So now that we've done that, we can Vaylantz Awakening. And we're going to get the high-level one. We're going to get the Ninja, put her here. We're going to activate the effect and summon this forward. We're going to activate the Ninja, slide you to the right. Because it's slid, we can search something out. Let's get the other mover. Yeah, because if we can move this over, we pretty much win. For reasons that will become clear shortly. So we'll get this. Then we're going to go ahead and move the Mad Marquis forward. We're going to use the Mad Marquis effect. Roll a dice, excavate that many cards. If there's a Vaylantz, add it to your hand. We got a Vaylantz, it's a hard once per turn, but we got to add it. From here, we just need to clear out these 2 spaces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make the Underworld Goddess. We will activate Buster Barone. Buster comes forward. Is this 8,000? No, it's going to be, though. We'll use this to move this to the side. And then, because we have a high-level monster in the same column as the extra monster zone, we can summon this. The Grand Duke. When the Grand Duke is summoned, you can target a monster in the opponent's spell trap zone, return it to the hand, inflict damage equal to its attack, and then gain half that much attack. And there you go! A quick and easy 500-step combo that does win the game. But only because of weird placement shenanigans. And that's one of those things where it's like, when I started that combo, I had to be acutely aware that I'm putting the lava golem in the leftmost column so that I can move it back there so that 10 turns later the Grand Duke can bounce it back to my hand. But we did it. That's 1 win. Now we just gotta hope that they don't all take that long. This is not great. This is a deck that does other stuff. Okay, the unfortunate thing about Labrynth is that they may not have a second monster to Lava Golem. Oh? Oh. Oh? What? Well, I mean, thank you. I was like, don't you make Barone with 7 plus a 3? No. Not in this household. Get out of there. Oh, okay. I mean, you do you, fam. Oh, they wanted a monster they can add back to their hand with the Lady Labrynth. They're bouncing the Ash. And then they're just gonna pop a card in my hand. And really, as long as they don't hit the Lava Golem, I think I'm fine. They did not hit the Lava Golem. Although they do have the Ash, which makes things a little complicated. We're just going to do that right off the bat. We've got to bait out the Ash first. Well, let's see if we can bait out, if they got a back row that does something, let's see if we can bait that out first. If they've got like a Ice Dragon's Prison or something, maybe they'll use it on the Archer. They're reading, chat! Oh, you are going to be at a disadvantage if you're having to read all these now. I target ye. Alright, the effect goes through. Tails, your attack is halved. Okay, and I think we have to go with this one. Average number, 3. Anyone brave enough to play this deck knows that this must be a 3-0. Okay, we're going to try to search. Okay, and now we play the most dangerous game. It's Electromite time! Howdy, howdy! Use the Electromite. And there's the Imperm. Now we're fucked. We're just gonna have to battle. We're going over that. But we cleared the board, right? We know that the only thing in their hand is the Shan Dragon. So they can't get anything in the end phase. They have to wait till next turn. They get something, and we can maybe get them there. Alright, they have set a card. Will they activate it in the standby? Another Archer. Okay. Pendulum Scale says hello. That is unfortunate. Make Beyond? Yeah, good point. Viscount comes forward. March 4th. We will make Beyond the Pendulum. Nope, Beyond is just 2 monsters, including a Pendulum. So now we can get our other Scale, and even though this is negated and can't be summoned, it still works as a Pendulum Scale. Pendulum Shokan! And we can get her and this guy. We're gonna put you here. We're gonna put you here. No, I don't want to blow anything up. Now I can search. I need to go for this one. Put this over here. We can put the Ninja. Ninja in the zone. Ninja says hello. Ninja moves you to the right. That activates the effect. Okay. Fortunately, because they've hit the Imperm in that one zone, we're in kind of a bad position, but I think we've got it anyway. Use these two. We're just gonna make access code. Going to... Oh no! I've done goofed. I got a high level one, and I can't summon it. I still have it normal summoned. No, it's not game. Oh wait. Yes it is! It's exactly game! Tribute the Shinome! I forgot they already took damage. Go into battle! 24! 53! We found a way to get... And that is a good example of how most games go, where you're just trying to look at the crazy effects you have and figure out how to get game, which is not easy when some of your monsters require a field spell and some require other things. But we did it. Our score is 5-8, so... Well, we got a lava golem, and it's Labrynth. Well, actually, you know, they don't fire this off at the standby phase. Yo, what's up? Those are some nice welcome labyrinths you have there. Be a shame if you couldn't summon anything. We take those! We take those! Alright, this is our third time knocking at the door to Diamond 3. Or not Diamond 3, Diamond 4. We've been having a little back and forth, you know. A lot of the duels have not been super interesting. Or they've been interesting, but they've been too long to be worth showing. And I got the Fossil Dyna again. I also got these two. They're both from the same tribe, so these can make Electromite, get me my thing, but they have to have, like, 0 disruption. I do have triple tack, so if they do have a disruption and it's a monster, I could potentially draw 2 cards. But if they have something else, then I'm, like, doom screwed. Alright! Fenrir and his ugly head. Okay, it's an actual Kashtira deck. Oh, there's something you don't see every day. Swordsoul Kashtira? Maybe it's just a Swordsoul deck, but like, they play Fenrir and Unicorn? I know some people like to play the playset, so they get like 2 Fenrir and a Unicorn, but I feel like the only reason you wouldn't grab the second Fenrir is because you already have it. Draco Berserker. Alright. They're just going for all banishing. They like it to banish. Then we get this. And unfortunately, they're going to get a P.U.N.K. Well, they've got at least 2 Unicorn. Diabolos the Mind Hacker. They can banish me for 4. Fortunately, I don't have a whole lot of, like, super significant one-ofs in the deck. Like, this is pretty good, but we haven't really used it so far. They got rid of Electromite. That puts us in a bit of a pickle. Goes 1 of our field spell and 2 of those. Alright. Maxi. Get that out of there. Okay. Okay, I think I can do this, but we basically got to hope they don't have Ash. Or they don't use this on Beyond the Pendulum, which they very well might. Or I could just do that. Actually, yeah, let's try this. Okay. You go here. The ants go marching forward. Hello there. And then Dominator Duke goes over here. And because I've got one of the same tribe, he can go marching forward. Then we're going to use this, and we're going to slide the Duke to the right. And they're going to banish this, which is not the right move to make. Because when this is moved, I can target a monster and steal it. Permanently. It's just mine now. And also you activated a monster effect. See, that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 78. We're so close. I haven't normal summoned yet, right? Oh, Draco can't attack. It cannot declare an attack. Okay, yeah, we're drawing 2 cards. Okay, they're going for the Ash Blossom. Funnily enough, it treats it as a Vaylantz card, which means we can make Chronochasm, which is just 2 high-level Vaylantz monsters. Womp! Chronochasm. And then we can normal summon Fossil Dyna. And then this guy has the effect where you can target 2 monsters and switch their positions. And if a monster in the main monster zone moves, you can destroy it. So we could have destroyed that, attacked for 4,000. They cannot do that, and that's a quick effect, so whatever they summon to attack over Dyna, just getting popped. So with that, we rank up into Diamond 4 after a long, hard-fought series of battles. But we're doing good. The triple tack finally worked out for us. What does Gallant Granite do? It searches Fossil Dyna. Damn it, I should have activated that in the standby. Yeah, we'll maxi here. Minigame complete. Alright. I think we can OTK through this. Let's lead things off with this. Hey, I saw that you didn't have a field spell and I was feeling kind of bad, so I thought I'd give you a field spell. Let's go ahead and put this in the pendulum zone. Let's move it forward, which is not a monster effect, so Fenrir shouldn't be able to activate. And then let's just turn Fenrir into a spell trap. There we go. Now I can search at my own limit. And there we go. Some people are like, no, I don't want my Fenrir to be a spell trap. I'm out of here. That's very rude. Well, also, Maxi probably completely shut down their turn, because they had the ability to make a full P.U.N.K board, but, you know, we don't let a little thing like Maxi winning us games stop. You know, if I did that, then, like, half the games wouldn't be shown at all. So we're going to make a small little change to this deck. I tried to run the Triple Tactics talent. It's not really working out very well. It's been dead in my hand more than once. It's one of those cards that I feel like is really good in the highest tiers. Like, once you get into Master and you're running into the same threats consistently, then you know you can activate it. But I'm running into decks that, like, aren't playing hand traps or are barely playing hand traps. So instead, we're going to go for Lightning Storm. We've been running into a lot of back row decks. I think this will be a good way, you know, to out those, get rid of some of the labs, some of the Traptrix, even Cash sometimes if they've got like a Birth in the trap. Clearing those can be pretty good. So this is just 1.5, switching out one tech card for another. Let's see how that works. Swordsoul again. Max C. Alright. The Max C challenge has been initiated. I have to win in one turn. Can I do the thing? Let's start by getting rid of both of your dudes. There you go. That's how it is, Johnny. Activate. Get a card. Get a card. Gotta put this over here. Let's get schmoovin', Johnny. Schmoove on over. They're thinking. They're cooking something up. They're like, what does this do? It moves a card. What does moving this card do? This isn't a matter of illiteracy. They've activated it. They don't know. Okay. They're like, I negate this effect, I think? Whatever. I wasn't even using that effect. I was moving you over there so I could do this. Hey, did you know I could do this? It's pretty neat. Let's just go ahead and bounce this back. 3,000. You've got 5, 4. Hanzo comes out. 1,000, 4,000. Max C challenge successfully navigated. Don't you want to play Secret Valley or Necro Valley? Not really. I'd rather do a go second build that seems to be working pretty well. Okay. I mean, this is mega easy. Yeah, we'll put this here. Slide forward. Max C, you're not the first person who's done that. You're not the last, and I don't think it'll help you. It's time. Begun the Vaylantz wars have. Howdy. Have a field spell. Enjoy. Now become field spell. It's just a call by. Now we just do the thing we've done like a dozen times before, right? Like, all we've got to do is find a way to get a high-level monster into the middle zone. Alright, let's take this back. 4,000 over 2,000, that's just game. Who needs to summon anything more? You may not be destroyed, but you still take the damage! I'm starting to wonder, chat. Maybe we can take Ash out of here. Maybe we don't need Ash if we have the ability to OTK through things. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and try to take out the Ash Blossom. We're playing a Go Second OTK deck, and we've just played through several duels, some of which didn't even get shown, where we were able to play through Max C and just OTK our opponent. And as I've often said, the only reason Ash Blossom gets played so heavily in Master Duel is because it stops Max C. So many decks can't do what we're doing, they're not designed to do it, and so you have to play Max C. Even though in a format with Kashtiras, Ash Blossom's kind of awful, because you Ash the search, and it just triggers the other effect of the Kashtira. So we've removed that, and we've removed the called buys too, because we've got so many other different searches that we're not really all that concerned with Ash Blossom or Max C being dropped on us. In exchange, we're playing Infinite Impermanence, which is just like, you know, general good staple card, but also Red Reboot. We've been playing a lot of back row decks, and even Kashtira has their traps, and being able to shut those down, not having to jump through hoops to like lock down a trap and make sure this isn't working and yada yada, that would really help. And we had 2 zones left, so it was either this or Kashtira Fenrir, and we've done the Fenrir last time, so let's try this out, see how it works. This is Vaylantz Mark II. Can you hear that? We're knocking at the door to Diamond 3, and we're going against someone else who is also doing so. This makes it a high-stakes match. Only one of us will be able to advance. The other will have to try a little bit harder next time. So we'll see. We've got none of our going second cards. Unfortunate. I mean, we've got a lot of playmakers. Anytime you've got the field spell and the girl, the priestess, you're pretty good. But it's going to take a little bit more than that. We do still get one more draw, so we can hope. Playing into the center. We really want them to play into the sides because then it makes it really easy to Vaylantz world them. Okay, birth over there. And just end your turn. Alright. Hey, Lava Golem, which is not working here. I can still do this. Fortunately, it has to be a special summoned card. Okay, here's what we do. We start with the field spell. Go ahead and do this. Because we've got 2 of these, normal summon. How's it going? You're a very big, scary-looking unicorn. It would be a shame if you were a spell trap now. Another one. Maxi, alright. Alright, we're gonna get the Awakening. Yeah, we'll save the Awakening to see what we get. That will trigger the effect. Get another search. There's the Ash Blossom. Alright. We currently have 28. Go ahead and use this. We'll put Buster here. Bustin' makes me feel good. Howdy. Activate. Let's shift her over. It's not a Lava Golem. It doesn't do as much damage, but this is still pretty good. We've got 55, 50. 55, 50. That's enough for me, baby. 800. 500. 500. And 3750. And with that, we rank up. Too easy. Game too easy. Up we go into Diamond. Max C ain't shit when you can OTK. do 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 do. Well, I've got all the extension in the world, and none of my going second cards. Oh no! Sound the alarm! It's the mirror match! And if they're going first, they might be able to just make the dang old, the Fossil Dino lock. In which case, we may be doom screwed. Although, the field spells allow us to break the Fossil Dino lock. So there's a chance, if we find a way to get to the field spells without special summoning, which we have five cards in the deck that do that, there's a chance. Alright. So they're going to go with a Viscount. Not really what you want, but I guess they don't have anything else. They don't get the move. They get to make Electromite. Ah, going for the Majesty Pegasus. So they're going to search a field spell, not sure which one. They got the Marquee, that lets them pop, add something back. Draw a card. Small World. Alright, getting rid of the Psy-Frame. Ah, they're playing 2 Mad Marquee, interesting. I don't think that one's really worth it all that much. What happened? Did they mess up the combo? They didn't do something? I'm very confused. Your opponent surrendered. Something about they fucked up the Small World bridge. Let's take a look at their deck. You know, I guess we take those. Yeah, and they're going for the Secret Village of the Spellcasters, which if they could get this out. Fortunately, the hand I had was pretty good because I could normal summon a Shinome, and then assuming they didn't have, like, the Arktos to blow it up, I could then use my spells. But if they did, then I have nothing to go. But yeah, this is a good example, you know, they're playing the Lava Golems too. They're playing a lot more Pendulums than we are. Again, I don't think you would want to play two of the Mad Marquee, but that's just me. Yeah, and then this thing. At the start of the damage step, if a monster battles with a monster, you can turn this card to the hand, banish one spell from your deck. For that battle, your monster cannot be destroyed and the battle damage you take is halved. So that's one of the combos, right? Is to get this, because it's an 8 scale, it's almost as good as the Kendo Karate Spirit. And then when you summon the Fossil Dyna, all they can do is normal summon and run over it. And this stops it from being destroyed by that battle. That's most of the decks, is just cheesy Floodgate shenanigans. That and this, like, searches a field spell. It's like a pendulum that does that, so you can get Secret Village. And then you end on, like, a spellcaster, so they can't summon and they can't make field spells. And again, that's, you know, that's neat. Some people like the lockdown style of Yu-Gi-Oh! A younger me did, but especially for this show, that's probably very boring. But we'll see. I'll do what it takes to get into Master. I just think at the moment, Go second variant's probably a little better. Oh hey, Dragon Link. I've heard a lot about this. Okay. Step 1. Lava Golem. Goodbye. I'm Knobs. Thank you for the 3 months of hype. Step 2. Lightning Storm your opponent. All the attack position monsters, please. Oh? Dark the Dark Charmer. That's an interesting one. Not what I personally would have gone for, but, you know, you do you. Okay. So we're gonna put Hanzo. Simple geometry. Put him in the pendulum scales, and then like chess pieces, they march forward. Hanzo can target a monster and flip a coin. Tails, their attack is halved. Thumbs up, Hanzo. Baron Buster, put him in the other zone. March him forward, the long march of time. Hi there. His effect is to target one, and like a chess piece, move it to the side. Now, when Hanzo is moved, he can target a monster and flip a coin, target any card and flip a coin. Heads, it's destroyed. Tails, it's bounced back to the hand. So, let's just do that on Dark. I just want to get rid of it entirely. Sometimes if they've got multiple things, other stuff can happen. It can't be destroyed, though. Oh, no. What you gonna do? And then we're gonna make... Electromite? I want to go for Electromite. Hello. Am I going to Electrum? I might. Let's put this in the Spell Trap zone. Let's put this here. Let's activate. Pop, pop. We're gonna grab this back. We're gonna draw a card. Yay, free cards. I don't think that one's gonna be useful this time, Batman. Okay, so if they've gone through all this and they still have Ash, then I'm in danger. I am not in danger. So I'm gonna get Vaylantz Wars, which is pretty neat. Let's activate this. Let's grab our field spells. Oh, wait, I should have gone for the other one. I got too excited. I got excited that I could do the thing, and now I'm dumb. Well, we can at least do the thing. Target a monster, and like chess, move it into the back row. Now I don't have to deal with it. If this had been any monster, yeah, at least I tried my best. Yeah, I think that's just it. I'm just dumb. I'm so dumb. I got so far. I needed to get the other one so I could move it. I needed to be schmovin'. Oh, what can I do? We got so far and we got so hard, but in the end it didn't matter. It didn't matter because, like chess, I misplayed. And it was everything! I just gotta hope they can't rebuild. Their extra deck, their board is like empty. They don't have enough stuff to rebuild. Fuck, they know how the field spells work. Like chess, my opponent summons too many dragons and now I don't have anything to deal with it. Barone? They could Barone. They did Barone. Goodbye. My field spell! Alright. If I get... I'd have to get, like, another field spell or something. I don't know. Maybe these red reboots weren't such a great idea after all. Well, actually, no, we might be good. I'm gonna put the Mad Marquee over here. And then... Shit. Okay. We're going to put this into the zone. And then, like chess, we're gonna move it forward out of the zone. And then because we've got another robot, this robot is no longer scared, and it will move forward out of the zone. Now this robot rolls dice. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The answer is yes. We get this one. We can't sun. No, we need the other field spell. So we put the other field spell here. That puts that there. Now we can normal summon this. Activate Vaylantz World to move you into the back row. And you have to negate that, because otherwise you're going to become a spell trap, and you don't want to be a spell trap. It's scary back there. Okay, so now this guy, he could slide her to the right. And when she slides to the right, oh boy, you get to add some stuff from your deck to your hand. We get the Dominator Duke. Beyond the Pendulum number 2. It's a good thing we played 2 of them, because if we played less, we would have less. The Kendo Spirit. Put this here. I'm going to put this here. It's also negated. But that's fine, because that gives us the scales to Pendulum Shokan. 2 monsters of different levels. And when that happens, Beyond the Pendulum can pop 2 cards on the field. Exactly 2, no more, no less. And from there, we get 58. Shit. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. So I'm gonna slide you to the right. They have Gamma! Fuck! Shit! Okay, that's fine though, because now we can summon the Dominator Duke. And then we can use these 2, and we can make... Behold, Arktos XII, the Chronocasm Vaylantz! His ability is to switch the place of 2 cards on the field. Womp. And when he moves, you know what happens. And he hates when shit moves. He's like, did shit move? Destroy the fuck out of that. So he will pop the Gamma. Hanzo will flip a coin. Tails, you go back to the hand, enjoy the driver. And from there, we surely have game, right? Like, this has to be game. This is not game. Okay, but we're fine. We're still, we can do more stuff. We're good, we're good. 1325. It's a fine year. What are you gonna do? The answer is nothing. They've got nothing left. Shit. Chaos Ruler. You son of a bitch. Alright, they get nothing. You mill all your ashes in Max C's. They whiffed. They get the Lubellion. You could destroy 1. Okay, this doesn't target. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna target Lubellion. And then this is going to activate. They can chain, but I can destroy whatever they summon. Oh. Okay, so I'll just get that. And then Hanzo will end on Hedge. You're destroyed. Alright! You still haven't normal summoned. And you can do that. Okay, Hanzo is dead. Simple geometry. Now I do not have 2 cards to move, and I need to move 2 cards if I want to do anything. Hey. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Yo, what up? Hanzo says hello. And there we go! Alright, it was a long and hard battle, but we did it! We beat the Dragon Link, back into hell where they belong, win number 15, and all it took was a million years and all of our cunning. And here we are, the dawn of the second stream, and as is the case with the previous couple episodes, Master Duel got updated. We got some new shit, baby. New stuff in the shop. Galactic Evolution, which you can't see because I'm kind of in the way. Let's shrink me down a little bit. We've got the Mikanko, the Galaxy Eyes, and of course, Purrely, which is probably the meta threat here, the thing that's going to be difficult to go into. Purrely is in the top 5 decks, I'd say, in the TCG, at least from my understanding of it. But without full power Kashtira, without some of the other threats running around like there is, I think here it's going to be like Purrely, Sprite, Dragon Link. Those are probably the top 3 decks. And since Purrely's new, we're going to see a lot more of that. I'm not exactly sure how we prepare for that. Maybe throwing in Kaijus, maybe throwing in Book of Moon. I've heard those are good techs. But we'll get there when we get there. I want to test out a little bit first. While we're here, though, and since this show kind of helps to document the history of Master Duel, we got a neat thing going on. 5 billion pack opening celebration. Between everyone, we've opened 5 billion packs, and to celebrate, they're giving everyone one new pack every time they log in for the next week. And I guess one of these is an SR pack. Ooh, What kind of pack is it? Well, it's the Galactic Evolution pack. It's almost guaranteed that my patrons are gonna have me play Galaxy Eyes when this comes out. I mean, look at that animation. Why wouldn't you play that? So let's go ahead, take a moment. There's nothing in here we need, but let's open up a couple of our special tickets and see what we get. 2 packs. Alright, this one's got an ultra rare. What could it possibly be? It's Purrly Happiness. Oh, look at the happy puppy. Just a happy little puppy kitty thing. Puppy kitty, looks kind of like an Eevee. I think that's what they're themed after. It's adorable, and now we have one. Not sure if patrons will want me to play Purrly. Oh, this one has a bunch of stuff. Well, we got a Ben 10, alright. We've got Photon Jumper. There's the Photon Galaxy. Can I get the Galaxy Eyes Ultra Rare as well? No. No, I got a second Purrly. So, you know, there we go. The things clearly want me to play Purrly. Consider that in the future. For now, let's get back into the duels. Alright, we got 1,000,000 points of extension. Oh wait, we can't do these unless we get a low-level machine or the field spells. Interesting. Why you putting stuff in the pendulum scales? I'm not liking that. Oh hey, field spell. Yeah, let's go for it. We've taken the Maxi challenge before. We've got 1,000,000 cards. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, that's less... Yeah, let's try this. We're under Max C. So this is one draw, and unless they have like a Solemn, it's the better way to go. Okay, Mad Marquis. You magnificent bastard! That might just be game. Oh, that might just not be game. It's not the one I would have gone for. Go for Vaylantz Wars. So now you're going into the back row. Now you're getting bounced back. Take 3,000. They've got 5,000. We've got 6,000. Burn, baby, burn. Yep, and they're doing this nonsense. $4,000. Do I have any other way to do burn damage? I don't think I do. Okay, so I think from here we just make the clock. Activate the clock. We'll get the search. I think we have to destroy the welcome. Yeah, actually, that'll be really funny. It'll give them one more draw, but it'll be worth it for the extra disruption. Oh no! I'm an idiot! Oh, it's fine. Didn't put it in the zone, so they're not doing that. Yeah, we do this now. Alright. I've really got to hope this lands on heads. Oh, they can activate it now. I thought it was still under the thing. Well, nope, I'm screwed. That ain't Lava Golem. We could play it out and see where it goes, but I think we've lost this. At least they didn't have the follow-up maxi. Okay, they're just going for this now. But they've already got the clock, so whatever they set, they can just immediately use. Do we know what the other card is? Ooh, wait. Oh, I keep forgetting they could do that on their turn. Move this forward. Move you into the back row. Wait. Okay. 1 second. I might have this. We're going to put this here. We're going to activate this. Put this guy here. Summon him out. Move this to the right. Put this here. We're going to summon this forward. We're going to make... So we got Electromite. We're cooking. Let's put Hojo. Then we activate this. We move this to the right. That triggers its effect, which lets us summon a monster from the spell trap zone. And then because this is summoned, we get to activate the effect, targeting the thing in the back row and burning them for gay! Take that, Labrynth! Grand Duke! Burn for gay! We figured out the puzzle! Alright, so we're kind of in a weird position. We've been losing quite a bit today, but not because of any of the new decks. We've been facing mostly like Labrynth and P.U.N.K and a bunch of other really weird rogue strategies. We haven't faced a single Purrley yet, and I think based on that, the red reboots just aren't really putting in the kind of work we want. We can't consistently OTK, especially against a back row heavy deck, and a double especially if we don't have Lava Golem. We need something that puts a little bit more pressure. I'm finding pretty much every duel today we've had hand traps used against us, so we're going to put the triple tax back in. Maybe those will be a little bit better now that we're in higher diamond. And I went ahead and put the Fenrir's in here. These are a nice go second or go first option. They can put on a little bit more pressure. We can sort of like bait out a lot more negations and stuff using the Fenrir, or just use that to get damage in even if we don't have a complete hand. So this is Vaylantz Mark III. If this doesn't work, we'll maybe end up doing the Small World package. That's like the next step. The problem is, in order to do that, I need to be able to condense some of these tech cards out, and so far it's still too diverse to do that. I think we really gotta wait until we get into Master, where it's like 1 or 2 top decks before we really get the Small World package in here.
1 hour later.
Well, that didn't go very well. We tried, but unfortunately, where previously we were able to OTK through Max C, we just had like 5-6 duels in a row where we got hit with Max C and they found some way to stop us. Maybe I guess the higher level decks are better at it, or maybe we just get lucky the other day. Hard to say, but either way, the time of doing fun techs is over. We have to go back to playing Ash Blossom and Called By if we want to make sure that our plays can go through. Because unfortunately, just to do just about anything in this deck, we got to give them like 4 cards. And if they're playing stuff like Nibiru, that's just more chance for them to draw into it. And if they know when to activate Nibiru, they're going to be able to absolutely devastate us. So we put those back in. And then because the Lightning Storms weren't working, because a lot of people are playing Book of Eclipse and Book of Moon to deal with the newest threats, which we still haven't faced Purrely, by the way. Those are supposed to stop that, but we haven't faced them. So we're going to play Denko Sekka. No one's forced us to go first, so we haven't used the Fossil Dyna. So we'll put this. We have no back row, so we could just use our normal summon on this, lock all the back row off, and then if we've got the field spells, we can also put it in a column that hopefully moves something into the back row. It just gets rid of it. That's the hope. And then because we've got this, we can't play Lava Golem because that makes it so you can't normal summon. So we've replaced the Lava Golem with Kaijus. We're still on the Fenrirs. I think this is pretty good, but we may end up removing these in favor of a bigger Kaiju package, because I feel like that's what's been winning us half of our games. And then we changed up the extra deck because of it. So we'll try this, we'll see how it goes, and then if we don't improve the rest of today, next time we may start going on the go first version. Okay. Good. Imperm, Birth, Unicorn. Great. We get Ash against the one deck we really don't want Ash against. Oh. Hello. Sure. I would Ash here. I'm like, how are they gonna... for some reason, I forgot that they could just go into a link. No. They're not going into a link. They're making Raijin. Now that's a name I've not seen in a while. And then they can just bring the Unicorn back with Birth. Funny combo. I guess Raijin is pretty good. Again, most people are citing Book of Moon for the fluffy little boys. Yep. Activating this. How'd you like to have a field spell? It's royal and everything. I'm gonna put this over here. I want to get rid of this because my plan involves them not being able to take out my one thing that I want. So we're gonna move this forward. Does not count as a monster effect. Hello there. I take one step forward. They're reading. And you take one step back. Goodbye. And this thing is neat because it has the effect that you can target one set spell card and it can't be used this turn. So let's just turn this off, shall we? Or force them to activate it now. Okay, so that's one dealt with. We have to go for this. Now I am become spell. Sitter in back row. So we're gonna summon this. I would have thought they'd used Raijin by now, but they're not. Okay, roll a dice. 3. Hey, hey! That's what you get! Okay, so this is even funnier. Let's activate this, shall we? Let's get our main playmaker and put her over here. And then because I've got the field spells, we can activate this. And we're gonna slide Duke just over to the right. Slip. When he's moved, I get to steal a monster. Should have put me face down when you had the chance. It's too late now. So that goes face down. The Duke comes over here. And I was really hoping they would go face down because that allows me to make Chronochasm. Okay. So we're going to use Chronochasm because we can fuse with the 2 face down cards. Put it right here. It's Five Nights at Freddy's time for you. And then we'll use that effect. Change places! Jump to the left. And we'll get rid of this other back row. Okay, it was called by. And now... Wait, why can't I make this? A level 5 or high? Oh, it's a non-fusion Vaylantz! It's okay, they surrendered anyway. Yeah, so fun fact, Dominator Duke doesn't just steal a monster, it makes it a Vaylantz monster until the end of the turn, or maybe just forever. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, I'll steal this, it's level 5 or higher, I can turn it into the Duke and then bounce and burn and deal all the damage. Except it's a non-fusion Vaylantz, and even though it turns into a Vaylantz, it's still a fusion, so I just can't do anything. Alright, chat, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Look at all these set cards. Surely you're aiming to do something bad. It'd be a pity if someone locked you out of all the back row. While you control no set spell traps, neither player can set spell traps, nor activate spell traps that are set onto the field. It's Jinzo 2! This one. And there you go! It's that easy, chat. It's all you gotta do. Woo! This is what I'm worried about. All I got is the Maxi package. You shan't be getting anything out of me, Kashtira. At least Hanzo is always with us. I mean, yeah, that seems like a good thing to Ash. Uh-oh. Well, the Nibiru's gone. We don't have to worry about that. Welcome to the Labyrinth. Welcome to the Labyrinth. We've got lots of traps running all around, and tell me what you think of that. We've got maids and we've got demons, some better, some worse. If you're not into them, well, you'd be the first. Welcome to the Labyrinth, doing lots of things, running all around while a crazy man sings. We've got stuff that we're doing, we're just doing more. 16, yeah, go ahead. Mine's bigger! What? Unfortunate! Oh? Question mark. Well, there's the other Nibiru. Yeah, I guess I should have ashed the Ariana. I keep thinking this has to be like, you know, when your opponent or when you activate a trap, you could summon this from your hand. Or that if they search it with an effect, it won't realize it, it'll get in the hand, and then its effect will start applying. No. If I draw another Denko, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Time for some simple geometry. Take this, Muckraker. You can rake mud in hell. I'm still bigger than you. Let's pretend this is Imperm. This is a when, right? Yeah, so if I activate this now, I can prevent them from getting anything. Yeah, let's hope they can't search this turn. Oh shit, they get the Torby. Maybe I should have gone for the Torb. Well, if we get Orihime or whatever her name is, the priestess, we're still in pretty good position. They're down bad on resources, and this other called by might actually help. Why would you do that? Did you forgore? You're still negated. Of course, we still got, there's 6 cards in our deck we could draw that do it, and a whole bunch that don't. Come on, Orihime. Well, I mean, it's a different kind of priestess that also helps us in this situation. Remember me? Hello there. You may recall some important information, namely that I'm bigger than you. Oh yeah, and the Denko. We'll wait for them to set. End phase. Goodbye, have a wonderful day. Alright, it's been a long day, but we are finally knocking at the door to Diamond 2. We might just have a chance. Denko Sekka's been winning us a couple games. Strangely, there's the one they surrendered immediately. We looked at it just now. It was Swordsoul. The Swordsoul thing. Alright. This is funny. Okay, we can Maxi immediately. We've got Kaiju Fenrir. Okay. Maxi gets Ash, so we have an actual game. But we have Fenrir, Kaiju, plus a starter. The best starter. Depending on what we're looking at. Okay, Vernusylph. Is it pure Vernusylph? Not often you see Vera the Goddess. Oh, it's a summon animation. Cherish it, chat. You're rarely gonna see it. Usage rate way less than 1%. Ah, Naturia. That's it? Okay, that's a nice goddess. Is Turtle now. Enjoy Turtle. Fenrir says hello? Fenrir searches another Fenrir? And there you go! Who even needs to play Pendulums? After such a long day, it's so weird to get these wins happening so fast. I barely changed anything. Lava Golem would have accomplished the same thing. Was this pure? It was like Naturia Vernusylph. Alright, and they're running like Lava Golem and stuff too. Okay, interesting. Well, there we go. We get to Diamond 2. Let's keep going. Oh, I was too busy looking at Twitter. I didn't activate Maxi. Let's just... Oh, wait, I should... whatever. I should have activated it then before they had a chance to draw into a Maxi out. Doesn't matter. But it doesn't really matter. 'Cause you'll all be doubled over with laughter at the expense of others, maybe even your brother. Won't you join the bad day today? Okay. Now, the funny thing, of course, is that a lot of my monsters are fire. But also we could do this. Hello? Unless that's Solemn Judgment, you cannot activate your back row. Alright. Hey, that's a nice field spell you have there. Be a shame if I replaced it with a field spell of my own, champ. I'm not even playing like an anti-meta deck, but I'm somehow an anti-meta deck. Anyway, let's just slide that back row, or slide that monster right into the back row. Just, there you go. It'll be safer there. You'll be nice and comfy. Anyway. Maxi. Maxi. Yeah, I have to try to OTK him here. This Clockwork Knight is kind of being an asshole. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have put Denko in the center. Because now I can't take advantage of the double pop. Do I make Nightmare Phoenix? What's that? No, we need this one. Okay. Yeah. This and this. I don't think we're going to use the Maxi. Pop that back row. So now we don't have to worry about that. Sure. Move forward. Unfortunately, they just got, like, if they have Nibiru, we're just fucked. And that should be enough for game, right? Okay, we did it. We did it. We got it. We want some more of it. That was a very strange anti-meta kind of deck. The fuck are you doing, buddy? Clockwork Knight with the Dogmatica? It's not exactly one bad day. It's similar. They didn't have the Nibiru, though. I had nothing to fear. All they had was like an Ash that might have done something. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Alright, we've been doing pretty good. We've been on a tear. We're going our way up. One more win and we get into Diamond 1. And it's near the end of the night. So this is our last chance. One last duel. Will we be able to triumph? Or will we get knocked back down? Oh, hey, they've got the same field spell as us. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow, this is like... So we've got the Ash, we've got the Denko, we've got the Doggeran, and we've got the two best starters in the deck. Now, that doesn't guarantee everything, especially depending on what kind of deck they have. Yeah, we're gonna hold off so they don't think we have the Ash. If we have to deal with a whole bunch of stuff... I've learned from P.U.N.K. we need to Ash the one that searches the field spell. If they can get that field spell online, then we're doom screwed. But if they can't, then they run out of resources fairly quickly. Okay, we can't Ash that because they've done the Deer Note thing. Okay, what 5 you got? Tearlaments, Super Poly. Oh shit. We may be in for a little bit of a bumpy ride. I'm really tempted to stop this. They have a light in the dark in the graveyard. They don't. And we don't want them to know what we have. Let's try and Ash this. Oh, they must have a light and a dark in hand? They really want this out. What can they do with it, though? Cross Sheep. Okay, time for the yoinky sploinky. That's a pretty good one. Okay, so we need to get rid of the Rukalos because she can negate any of the summons. Go ahead, the Doggeran goes here. It's gotta be Maxi, right? Oh, it's just what it points to when it's summoned. Yeah, I should have put that over there. Well, okay, let's try this. Alright, they let this go through, so what we're going to do... Dominator do... No, wait, we can... Here's the thing. I can put Duke here. I can put this here. If I summon it forward, I can summon the Duke, then I can move it and try to steal, and they have to negate that. The problem is, if I put the Duke here and then they negate this, I can summon this, but I'll have no way to move it. Oh wait, yeah, I can't. Okay, yeah, we do this. The other thing is to go for Hanzo and hope that that works, but if we flip Tails and it just halves his attack, he still retains everything. You can only use the graveyard effect of solo activation if you control a field spell. So I won't be able to use it yet. Okay, they didn't negate this, which was my big worry. This comes out. Slide to the right. Uh-oh. Okay. I'll take this, please. Yeah, I can search Vaylantz World and get the field spells. Alright, and that's really, we just gotta hope they don't have Ash for this. If they do, we might be doomed. Doesn't seem like it. Get the Vaylantz World. Take this. We'll get... And there we go! They realized it was over! We didn't have to go through everything. They're like, yep, you got it. And with that, we go up into Diamond 1. We're at the top of Bear. We are Bear tops over here, ladies and non-ladies. Don't take that out of context. That's awful. But we're pretty close. Next time, I think we'll keep it up. We don't have to go to the Go First Floodgate variant yet. We'll see if this Go Second Denko Sekka can get us all the way into Master. I believe. Do you believe? Comment in the comments and maybe consider joining the Patreon as well. Patreon? Pretty nice. And once more we return. We're here on stream number 3, and you can see we're still where we left off, Diamond 1. I did not really play any games during the weekend. I probably wouldn't want to, because who would want to get into Master off camera, although maybe I could have grinded up. I don't know, but yeah, the deck at this point, still just doing pretty much the same thing. This was working really well when we left off. Maybe the meta shifted, maybe there'll be different stuff, we'll have to put in tech cards, but we won't really know until we jump into it. So we're just going to continue with this Go Second, Denko Sekka, Fenrir build, and see what we can do. Alright. Standby phase, we max C to play around Kashtira. They had the Ash. Okay, well the Ash is gone. Oh, the Purrleys! We haven't gotten to see them yet. This is not a Purrley. This is a Dark World. Dark World Purrley? Discard 1 card, special summon a Purrley monster from your deck. Meow. Purrley. Purrley. There's my friend Purrley. This normal summon, add a Purrley from your deck. Pay 500, reveal 3 from your deck, and your opponent randomly picks 1 to add to your hand. Shuffle the rest. These are all the same. Time for a sleepy memory. Target 1, extra special summon. Okay. Flump. Equip. Alright, now it's got 4 materials. End phase. Target 1, Ixie, attach a quick play from your deck. Ah, so it's getting even more stuff. Big puppy. 3,000. Oh, play starter? Don't mind if I do. You could draw 1 card. You could draw 1 card. They just pot of greeted. So I hit them with the field spell first, right? Because they can't stop this. And then that prevents them from getting the effect when it leaves the field. Now, this is still going to leave the field here, but we can tribute off that. Nice puppy is turtle now! And then they get to add 3 quick plays. But unlike Runick or whatever, they don't get to use them from the hand. Alright. Pendulum scale. Hello. Summon. Hi there. Let's just turn that turtle into a back row, shall we? Back row turtle, what do you say? Give me awakening every day. And then we'll go and do this. Nice to meet you. And then we're going to slide this to the right. Search, and I think what we want is this one. Howdy. It's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. What are we going to put in here? The Duke? Let's put the Mad Marquis. We don't need to steal their things. So then we put this in the pendulum scale. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah. Hurrah. So we can put something into the extra monster zone. Let's put the Mad Marquis. We can use this to summon it. Howdy. We can roll a gosh darn dice. 2. 1, 2. That ain't anything. But then I can turn this into a cool thing. Howdy. If you don't mind, just give me that turtle back. Thank you. I have 68, they have 53. So I think all I have to do is just like Pendulum Shokan. Let's add back, yeah, this, we haven't summoned it from the deck before. Pendulum scale. That's 85 minus 14. That's more than enough. Howdy. Why the monster no die? Uh-oh, I didn't read something. Delicious memory. Well, doesn't that just rapple my tapple? I thought that only applied to the Purrley. Okay, mistakes have been made. What the hell do we do now? Let's go ahead. We're gonna make this. Gonna put it here. We're going to activate this. Dominator Duke. Dominator Duke says hello. Let's go ahead and change places. Activate everything. So I'm stealing you. I'm putting this into my pendulum zone. And I'm popping a card. You're dead. You're becoming a pendulum. And I'm stealing Brow. So we're going to use these two. We're going to make IP Masquerena. Avramax. And there you go. I think this is good. Surely they don't have a way to stop this. When this guy moves, the Duke, I can steal one monster my opponent controls. If any card moves, this can non-targeting destroy a card on the field. So I've got a pop and a steal, but I have to do them at the same time. They also can't attack either of these. They have to attack Avramax, who can't be targeted or destroyed by battle unless they can negate its effects. And then, if this does leave the field, like say through a Zeus, I can spin a monster back to the deck. So the Zeus is gone. And then I can do stuff next time. So they summon this. They still have it normal summoned. Okay, Effect Veiler. Azala? I guess I might as well. Excuse me? Oh, it has to be in the main monster zone. Shit. I cannot steal monsters from the extra monster zone. I should not have activated that effect. Okay, so they can target a card and attach it as material. Happiness! It's so adorable! Negate the effects of all monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. Ah, I see. Very big. So Avramax can't boost up. Inflict 1500. Ouch. And I can't activate the effect, so it's dead. But then I can do this. And then they can, what, rank this up in the battle phase? Alright, I'm still alive. This was a triumph. Okay. That's a nice thing. Is Turtle now. Enjoy Turtle. I have to kill them this turn. I'm aware of that. But I got pretty good stuff. Granted, they drew 4 cards, so if they got, like, Ash Blossom, or more like... Oh, no, Maxi. Okay. Ash Blossom. Effect Veiler. That is even worse. Fuck. I was like, if they Ash, then I can move it and then do it again. But they didn't Ash. They did that. Pendulum Scale. Slide this out. Yeah, unfortunately, that Effect Veiler, I think, does it. All I can make is Beyond the Pendulum. Ripperoni. This deck is more annoying than I expected. Yeah, I'm reading a lot of these for the first time. I saw this one that's like, the first time it would be destroyed, it's not destroyed. And this is the next battle damage this turn. I didn't realize they had one that prevented it until the next turn. Alright, so you saw one failed Purrely duel, but what you didn't see was that we fought 3 more Purrely and lost to all of them and then immediately ranked down. So, yeah, unlike last time where we somehow didn't see them at all, now it's exclusively them. So, we're going into Anti-Purr-Action mode. I'm putting back in the Kurikaras, because I think those will work pretty good against this deck. We're playing a lot more Kaijus, 6 of them total. And we've taken out the Ash and the Maxi in favor of Drollin Lockbird, because there's a couple people in chat who assure me that this is a good play to make. I don't think so. I think it's better to run Maxi, and I don't think you want to run both, because Drollin Lock will turn off your own Maxi. But maybe this will work, so we'll try that and see how it goes. Alright. My baby don't mess around, and this I know for me, because I know for sure. This doesn't appear to be Purrely. The Mind Hacker! They know! They've gotten rid of Arktos. They've hit the pendulum zones. Those rat bastards. Okay. Here is Turtle. Enjoy Turtle. I've seen the likes of you before. Let's just put you in the back row, shall we? Roll some dice. 2. I did not find one. I did reveal something they might find interesting. They don't care though. They're just like, I'm gonna activate all the things. Electromite, okay. Ouch, my most of me. Anyway. What up, bro? You were not prepared for the Divicarnate. It's very big. Also, here's my 1-card starter. You took many cards out of my extra deck, but you did not take the strongest card out of my extra deck. Yo, what up? It's a nice Fenrir. Be a shame if someone bounced it back to the universe. At 95 to your 56, that's 73, which is still more than you have. Duke says hello, and Duke says goodnight. Don't try to zone lock me, you bastard! Alright, so since the last version of the deck, we've had a few duels, and we're doing alright, but one, we haven't faced Purrley since then, so a lot of our anti-Purrley techs haven't had a chance to show up. And two, we realized there's a couple nombos. Well, I mean, the one we already knew, Drollin Lockbird is reciprocal. If you try to use it to stop Max C, you will end up shutting yourself off from being able to search or draw cards, which is essential in a deck like this. The other one was the Kurikara Divicarnate. As much as I like that card, unfortunately, it's only really good when you can bait out some interactions and then tribute off their whole field. And unfortunately, summoning most of our cards locks us from summoning non-Vaylantz from the hand. So if we do anything, then we can't Kurikara. So Kurikara only really works against a deck like Kashtira, where they're going to start and just immediately do stuff in the standby phase, or respond to something like a Fenrir. So we've taken those out, we've put in Archfiend Eccentric, we've put in Triple Tack again, because I think those will be good. This is version 6, maybe we should put Max C back, but I guess we'll find out. Alright. Neat. Kaiju this. Max C. Going to scale this. Activate the effect. Target the fountain. I think we just draw 2. Alright, so if we summon, they get to draw. If we don't summon, the thing about Runics is that they kind of need you to have stuff on the field to do things. Most of the time. Oh, but then they get to draw 3. But they have Jerry in the extra monster zone, which means if they don't OTK me, I can blow up the fountain next turn. And they can't OTK me because they can't attack. This throws a wrench into things. Beast! It's the beast from the east. This is all I can do, really. I'm not going after the Naturias. Draw 2 more cards! Shit! Oh, and they've got it over here. Mole cricket! Put this down here. Access code! Bye. Goodbye. And that's all I can do. That's all I got! Okay. I gotta do this. Banish access code. Destroy the Nat Beast. Activate the field spells. Summon those out. Pendulum scale. Move forward. Activate this. Move me forward. Kong Wyson. Gamma Seal goes into the back row. Activate this. Slide you over. Make Vaylantz General. Activate. Bounce back the Gamma Seal. Special summon the Gamma Seal again. Get out of here. Yeah, we go for Electromite and hope they don't have Ash or Imperm. Or Ash or Valor. Put this in the extra deck. Then we blow up the field spell so they can't use it against us. We get this back. Searchy-doo. Getting this. Slide you to the right. Search. This. Beyond the pendulum. Activate. Grab me this. Scale. Scale. Pendulum. Shokan. You and you. Make sure we get the two of these that are different levels. That triggers the secret effect. So we can pop this and this. Slide it forward. Roll a dice. 3. Vaylantz Wars, sure. And they said, this is stupid, and we won. All you gotta do with pendulums is just keep doing stuff until your opponent gets tired and they leave. Oh, that was a long one. Take that, Runick. Here we are on the 4th stream, halfway point of the ladder climb. We've got 3 streams behind us, 3 streams ahead of us, and this time we're done messing around. I'm not sure how much of this was apparent on the previous stream, because looking at my notes and everything, it looks like we just had like 2 deck profiles with maybe 3 duels between them that were worth showing, and I think one of those was a loss, just to show how badly we lost. We were stuck the entire time at Diamond 2, unable to progress, which means we're no longer playing the Go Second version. I said we would try that as long as it was working. I think that version's really fun, but unfortunately, fun is over. This is Vaylantz Mach 7, no fun allowed version. All floodgates, all the time. We're playing Secret Village of the Spellcaster, and we've got a monster to summon it. We've got Fossil Dyna, and we've got a monster to search it. And basically, our entire strategy from this point forward is to go first and try to make a combo where we have Secret Village plus Fossil Dyna, and then either Arktos XII or Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax. This thing makes it so you can only attack it. So if you try to attack over Fossil Dino with the 1 normal summon you get, you can't. You have to attack this. This, meanwhile, can change places with itself or anything else on the field, and then pop a card, so that pops your 1 normal summon. Or if you're trying to set back row and stuff, we can get rid of it that way. The only thing we really have to worry about is evenly matched, but if we get good versions of the combo, they'll have a field spell on their side of the field, so they won't be able to activate evenly from their hand. They'll have to set it. And if they set it, that just makes it weak to Arktos. It makes it weak to Dominator Duke, which can target their back row and make it so they can't activate it that turn. So hopefully we're just locking them down. In addition to all the other one-ofs, we're playing Performapal Duelist Extraordinaire. This has a bunch of stuff that's not important. The only thing that's really key is it's an 8 scale, so we can use it to pendulum summon. And if a monster battles, you return this card to the hand, banish 1 spell from the deck, And for that battle, your monster cannot be destroyed, and the battle damage is halved. So just another way that, like, we can protect the Fossil Dyna. We're also playing the Gizmek Okami. This is for Small World. Small World, if you don't know, basically searches any monster in the game, but you need to have, like, certain bridges. You gotta get a card in your hand, a card in the deck, and then a card you want to search, and they each have to share, like, one attribute. And basically, all of the Vaylantz monsters are either water spellcasters or fire machines. This is a water machine. So this in the deck allows you to use Small World to turn any Vaylantz into any other Vaylantz. It also allows you to use something like Ash Blossom and trade it out for a Lava Golem, or I think any of the Fire Vaylantz can go like through an Ash into your deck and to make Lava Golem. That's why we're playing the one. If we happen to go second, we can search it out if we get Small World and we've already got our package going. We're on a triple tactics thing instead of Called by the Grave. I think this will be a little more useful. If they Ash or Maxi, we can just draw 2 cards and hopefully get the combo. And even if they draw 3 or 4 cards, it's not going to matter because we have such a commanding lockdown. So that's hopefully the idea. We should still be able to do some go second things. I'm keeping in the Duke, I'm keeping in the Lava Golem, Maxi, stuff like that. But now we're going to try to win the coin toss, go first, lock them down, and then if that doesn't work, we'll actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! But if all goes well, things will be no fun for everyone, which, I mean, sometimes that's what you gotta do if you want to win. Alright, do we get the combo? Yes, because Small World gets us everything. Granted, I think we lose to, like, evenly Ash this one. Orihime goes in the Pendulum Zone. This is how all combos start with this deck. She is the Stratos. Please search my cards. Let's go ahead and get Vaylantz Wars, because we've already got a whole bunch of monsters and we just need field spells. If they have, like, Droll and Lock, we're fucked, but it doesn't look like we do. Okay, we're gonna get this one. It's very important in the go first version of the deck that you get the blue field spell because you have to pop it. But by giving them a field spell, we now turn off Imperm and Evenly. So time marches forward. We use her, move this to the side, grab a card, Hanzo. Hello? Nice to meet you. Activate Electromite, and Electromite's going to put the new Majesty Pegasus in the back row. We're going to get the Marquis, or the Viscount. Not the Marquis. Summon this forward, because we need both field spells for now. We're going to put her there, and then we're going to use Electromite to pop, and just add it back to hand. Next, we're going to go into Beyond the Pendulum. We're going to go beyond Pendulum Summoning. Activate the effect. That gets us the new Scale 8, which you've got to put on the same side that you put the monster. And I think we put Hanzo over here? Yeah. Hanzo goes over here. We get our 2 level 4s. And her. Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Yeah, just all in defense. You go here, and you go here. We need to leave room for Hanzo. Okay. And then since... Oh, we needed to leave one in hand! Son of a bitch! I forgot she searches and then discards. Oh, that kind of sucks. Yep, I guess we just show. Goodbye. We could have locked you down, but I greedily summoned the Mad Marquis. It's fine. We get a free Viscount. We could still do the other parts of the combo. We make Gallant Granite. Grab this, and then because we've got 2 high-level ones, we can make Arktos. We're going to summon Hanzo. Yeah, we'll just use this. So we'll use the Hanzo effect and not this one. We might get it back and then we can use it again. Yeah. And then we normal summon. It's not the perfect thing, because we could have had Secret Village, but we got pretty close. We've got Fossil Dyna, and we've got the Arktos and the Hanzo to protect it. We can swap this and then either pop a card plus bounce or destroy. No Appo? I guess we could Appo, but it doesn't matter. I feel like we've already got this. We're good. We're fine. We're set, and we've got the spell, so there you go. No fun allowed. We messed it up a little bit, but it was still more than enough for our opponent. And I guess we'll take a moment to go ahead and check out their deck and see what they were playing. Like, did they have a way through that? No. No, they did not. They couldn't Lava Golem, they couldn't Kaiju, they couldn't Lightning Storm because they controlled a face-up card, they couldn't Imperm because they controlled a face-up card. So, there you go. That's just how we win. Wow, they're just not giving me the combo today. Okay, let's turn off... There you go. Pendulum Scale, Pendulum Scale. I go Mad Marquis first, because if we can roll really high and get an Orihime, we won't have to do anything else. I mean, it gets us something. So there's that. Summon. We get the Orihime. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Actually, let's search before we draw a card so we make sure we don't draw something that we don't want. Yeah, we'll get this. Awesome. Scale this. Fortunately, we drew into the thing we were going to search. But that's fine. Activate this one. Her down here. She moves forward. Going to activate this. We grab this guy. It's not the best version of the combo, but it still should get the job done. So we go for Beyond the Pendulum. We grab ourselves this over here, this over here. And we gotta make sure this guy goes over here. Hanzo goes over here. In fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate this now. We need to get that one. Then we're gonna use these two to make Arktos. So we're going to use this, and we're going to put Dominator Duke in the spell trap zone here. Then we're going to make Gallant Granite. We're going to activate the Gallant Granite, add a rock monster. It was a rock monster! Going to use this, summon the Duke. And then we normal summon Fossil Dyna. Effect, pop the field spell. And there we go. So this guy can switch a monster, or switch the zones, and this guy steals when he's switched. So we've got a pop and a steal to protect our Fossil Dyna. They can't Imperm or Evenly Match or Lightning Storm. And if they set back row, we can pop at least one of them at the end phase and another one during our turn. Area 0. Okay. Alright. Unfortunately, Sky Striker is one of the few things that could absolutely just, like, negate the Fossil Dyna if they get a Widow Anchor. Yeah, if they get a Widow Anchor, or if they get a, okay. Go forth Ray. Battle phase. Yeah, we'll just do this. Switcheroo. Yeah, I'll just take this. I don't want to blow up their field spell because I still don't want them to have stuff. That's mine now! I like to believe, like, thematically, that the reason this works is because Ray's sitting there and they're like, go forth, Ray, and she jumps out with her sword. And then Arktos is like, watch this, and then they trade places. You had this the whole time and you didn't just use it to negate Fossil Dyna? Why didn't you do that from the start? But no, I like to imagine Arktos is like, watch this, and then two cards just trade places, and Ray's like, holy shit! Do you see those dance moves? Those are funk. I'm going to their side. They're having a lot more fun. And then she just switches sides because the idea of the cards doing the do-si-do seems so fun. Yeah, they could have activated the Widow Anchor first and then summoned Ray. Wait, they had Imperm too? What's happening? Mistakes. Okay. 100. But you have no monsters in the main monster zone to switch with, so you can't activate this effect and pop Fossil Dyna. I don't know why they targeted that one and said it couldn't attack if they were just going to steal it. Goodbye, Duke. Why not permanently get rid of Dyna? I think they're like, yeah, I'll leave them with Dyna and then they'll be stuck with it during their turn, but like, I'm going to be able to attack over you. They had 3 outs and they're like, you know what I'll do? I'll go in the battle phase with Ray. So they have the Widow Anchor. Here's the thing though, if they set the Widow Anchor and they use it on Gallant Granite to prevent themselves from dying, then they just can't do anything next turn. They'd have to set it and wait, but then I'm going to have... Oh wait, having Duke back doesn't do much of anything. Shit, they might get this anyway. My big hope is that they use the Widow Anchor and then I can Lava Golem them. Assuming they steal the Fossil Dyna. Yeah, they're just using this now. Shit, I might be in danger. It's possible they thought this through. I do have a lot of stuff they have to get over, though. Could have crashed with Dyna and Lava Golemed, maybe. Do they have a third They have all... They used the Desires and still had all 3 Widow Anchors. Must be nice. Maybe they'll go to attack thinking they can just run over the Fossil Dyna. Nope, they're taking it. Which is what they should have done on the first turn. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do this. I don't want you to get your Ray back. They crashed the Fossil Dyna. Okay, well, summoning can happen now, so there's that. I thought you wanted the Ray destroyed. Why didn't you blow that up? Okay. Well... Okay. This is a very strange Sky Striker player. So, let's see. Because you didn't crash this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Since you're so fond of white women, behold! The biggest! We'll use Vaylantz Wars. And we're gonna put this into the Pendulum Zone. I'll put this in the other scale. Pendulum Summon. Howdy. And there you go. Easy peasy. I feel like they had so many chances to get this game, and they just did not seem to realize it. Mistakes were made. But I mean, that's the advantage of playing a very confusing deck. It's confusing for me, it's even more confusing for them. Sometimes we win, and sometimes your opponent loses. Alright, ladies and non-ladies, it's been a rough day, but we're finally here, knocking on the door to Diamond 1. Will we be able to rank up? Do we have what it takes? Critter, do you, with your new hat, believe in us? Yeah, you had to look at the cards first and be like, I don't know, did you open well? Did you open what you needed to open? So if they've this is a hand that like probably loses hard to Maxi, but I think we got it. I have no idea what this does, I just know it searches the field spell. If it has other effects, I am unaware. Ash, and we have no way to move it, but I think that might still be fine. Yeah, we use the Hanzo here. Yeah, okay. Howdy. Imperm. So we won't have the thing we really want, but I think that's probably fine. And I guess we'll find out. So we're just gonna get these two. Wait, why couldn't I pendulum summon her too? Vaylantz locked, son of a bitch. Okay, we're still fine. Fossil Dino. Normal summon. Spellbooks? I should have gone for the secret village. And there we go. That was enough. We did it. We ranked up. It was a little strenuous, but even though they had all the spell cards, they couldn't beat that. Yay! We did it. And now we're gonna rank down again. Hooray! At least I get to go first. So if I don't open with the Fossil Dino and a bunch of bricks again, maybe I could do something. Come on, decent hand. I have so many ways to get a good hand. Wow, Fossil Dino just glue. This is like the 4th duel in a row I've opened with this fucker. Okay, we're gonna start with this. And then we're going to activate this. The Orihime. So they can't activate spells, they can't special summon. We've got 3 monster negates and a pop. Good luck, everyone else. Welcome to the no fun zone. We did it. This is about as full of a combo as you could expect. They can't evenly. I'm struggling to think of what would get around this. You can't Dark Ruler no more because there's no spells. You can't evenly because you control a field spell. You can't Lightning Storm. Any monster you summon is going to get immediately popped before you can even use the field spell to try to move it in the back row or to attack. If you somehow get like 2 normal summons, like you're playing Yosenju's, I can stop the attack with this. I mean, you couldn't get the second normal anyway because Appaloosa. No fun zone. Alright, we're still doing pretty good, but the triple attacks aren't really doing anything, so we went ahead and got rid of those. We replaced them with just the 2 called by. This will stop the Ashes and the Maxis that are running into us. And then it just gives us 1 extra zone. We're just going to put another the Vaylantz, because occasionally we're running into... For whatever reason, we're opening like Fossil Dyna every single time, and if we get like this, and a Gizmek, and like a Small World, like if we get a bunch of 1-ups and hand traps or whatever, we can't do anything. So just adding 1 more Vaylantz makes it a tiny bit more consistent. This is version 7.5, we'll see how this works. Well, that's interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. That's all it takes, baby! That's all it takes! What was it, like Runick? Was it Sky Striker? I'm very curious. Secret... Take that, you fluffy little bastard! It's hard to purr when you can't do spells. It's hard to purr when you're burning in hell. Okay, this is the third time we're knocking at the door to Master, and the third time we have lost the coin toss. You know, I really liked the go second variant of this deck, because when you lost, it didn't feel bad. You're like, okay, that's fine, just let me go second, but now... Oh, great, no, fine. Fossil Dyna and the Gizmech, it's everything I wanted, and a high level one. Sure, 2 for 1. I'll just try this and hope you can't do anything. Maybe you bricked, maybe you didn't. Maybe you bricked, maybe you're dead. I don't know, I just hope. Why is this legal in Master Duel? And make misery frustrated incorporated. Very beatable, except we have no way to deal with this. Or do we? Wait just a gosh darn moment. I've got an idea, chat. It's not a great idea, but it might just be enough to get us out of a dang rock and roll band. So we're gonna grab this. Because they've got 2 monsters, we're going to special summon this. Hello there. Now the negate for Borland requires them to summon a monster, which means I can normal summon Fossil Dyna. It turns off the negate, and now I can blow up... I could blow up all the monsters. Why the monster don't die, chat? Well, you know what? If you can't win by your own means, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You can't fire me, I quit! We have arrived at the dawn of the 5th stream. We've got this day and the next day left, and as you can notice, we're still in Diamond 1. I didn't play over the weekend because I didn't want to get into Master off camera. I feel like that would be anticlimactic. At least that's how I feel. You can let me know in the comments. Do you want me to just try to, like, grind off camera and get as far as I can? Or do you want to see all those big moments on camera, even if it means we don't get as far? Let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to jump into it. We are playing the same deck as last time. No changes yet. I've been considering maybe getting rid of the one of Lava Golem. Maybe even getting rid of Small World and just having more, like, pendulum extenders and more pendulum cards. Because I feel like this hasn't worked out as well as I'd like it to. But we'll have to play it a couple times this week and see what it looks like first. Alright, so we've only done a few duels today, and already we're running into 2 problems. One, for some reason, we're still consistently bricking, even though we've got a pretty consistent deck, on like a bunch of 1-ofs. And 2, we're running into a problem where like we maxi a deck, but it's Dragon Link or Mathmech or something that can just OTK us through it. We weren't running into those before, but now we are, so I think we're going to try to solve both problems by putting in 3 Nibiru and also just upping our deck to 42 cards. That should mean that the 1-ofs are less likely to show up in our hand and the 3-ofs are more likely. And considering we've got like 6, 9 starters plus a bunch of ways to get extra starters, we should hopefully be good on this. So let's try this Vaylantz Mark 8. Oh, hello, Bagoo. We started with our starter. They don't appear to have Max C. Let's go for Vaylantz Wars. There you go. We did it. I win, probably. Unless they've got a spear mode. Oh. Oh, they do not care. I see. Fossil Dyna means nothing in the face of birds! I mean, they can't activate their spells, so at least there's that. I mean, I'm still not sure how... Do birds have an out to Avramax? M-Pen has text. Oh yeah, I can't activate my effect. Yeah, they can't activate the field spell, so they don't get their other summon. They must to attack Avramax. Okay. They don't know. Alright. Hanzo? Get negated or halved. You're halved, bro. We'll do this first. Activate this. The Viscount here. Then we're going to activate this. Hanzo moveth. Activate the middle piece. Back to your hand it goes. Okay, and let's blow up this one. Called by. Battle phase. Fuck. I was hoping that was the one they didn't have. I hit 2 out of 3, but it weren't enough. Okay, so Ryza can't target the Avramax, though. We still cleared this. Main phase 2, yeah, we're definitely going to crash the Fossil Dyna. Oh, thank you. Continue your main phase? Yes. Very yes. Flip. Ah! I forgore! All the things that I forgore! During the end phase, no. No, I'm going to ash your Spellbook of Judgment so that you can't search anything in the end phase. I did not know you could do that! Oh, it's a Purrly. Spellbook Purrly, I guess? Maybe it's just there as ash bait. Okay, so I want a Max C here. It'll be interesting to see, like, if they just have, like, 3 Spellbook of Judgment in this deck with no other Spellbooks, just to be like, yeah, I'll activate this because I can, and it's ash bait. So far, the only other Spellbook we've seen is fucking Judgment. So, let's see if we can bait this out somehow, shall we? Pendulum. Aha! They don't know what this is doing. They're having to read! As a Pendulum player, that's where you want your opponent to be, in a position where they have to read your cards to do anything. Get this one. So at that point, we can go for this. Vaylantz Wars. Set up for next turn, if there is a next turn. We'll grab this. Yo, what up? I'm peeing over here. Alright. Scale this. Put this out here. Activate the effect. We're going to put this down here. We're going to activate the Spellcaster world. What is he doing? He's just moving chess pieces around. No big deal. No big deal at all. Nothing's gonna happen. You're fine. Just relax. It's cool. It's cool. Nothing scary ever happened to anyone. Howdy. Jump scare. You thought I was doing pendulum things, but I was not. Okay. Pendulum scale. It's gotta be Nibiru, right? This. Oh yeah, this is a good time to destroy the fuck out of this. Even though it won't give us a draw. Do I have any that I haven't summoned yet? Hanzo? I think it's just Hanzo. And there we go! Alright, we finally beat Purrely! All we had to do, see, this is kind of why I'm thinking maybe I should just get rid of the small world and just run a whole deck full of pendulums and just have a million extenders. Alright, let's see, how many spellbooks were they actually playing? Alright, so it was Spellbook Purrely. 3 secrets, 2 knowledge, 3 judgment, 1 fate, 1 wisdom, and 1 magician of prophecy, and 1 Jowgen. Yeah, so I guess something, draw until you get to Jowgen, normal summon. Guess that does it? I have no idea. It didn't work for him this time, though. Alright! For the first time today, it's been a long slog, but we have a chance to break into Master. We're going first. We're against Duelist B. It's the Duelist B. Got a Danny Watcher over here. We've got... So, here's the thing. We could... No, we keep the Ash. We're gonna Small World, and we're gonna get rid of this. And the Small World Bridge, Shinonome. Because we've already got the Field Spell. We could Field Spell now. This protects us from Imperm. You get 1 too. It's nice and fun. It's fair. Special Summon. Show me the Maxi. They don't have the Maxi. I could have kept my Ninja. Let's go for this. There was a little pause there. You got a Nibiru in your opening hand? Well, let's find a rock. I mean a big-ass rock. Maybe something like a cinder block is better. They'll hoist it up and drop it on your face, my buddy. And just before the lights go out, they'll see your smile and you'll know you've got a friend with a rock. Who cares? I mean a big-ass rock or rope. We're talking quality rope, made for a man that's devoid of hope like I am, my buddy. Special summon 1 from your hand with a different name than the one equipped. We ash that. I don't know Mikanko, so I'm gonna take chat's word on it. We ashed it. Add 1 Mikanko card. Then discard 1 card. The question is, chat, will Mikanko play into Nibiru? I have a feeling they will not. Both players take any damage involving this. And then I take their damage, so I take what, 14,000? Oh no! Oh yeah! Yeah, there we go. Both players take the damage, but I take their damage. It's one thing to have Maxi in the format, but with Nibiru and Maxi in the format, we're kind of screwed. Alright, so things are getting kind of frustrating with this deck. We're going first just isn't really working out. We're either bricking on stuff, or we're getting disrupted. And the problem with the Go First variant is even though it has some Go Second tools, we're just not getting enough of them when we need them. So every time we lose the coin toss, we lose. Anytime we go first, if we get interrupted or we brick, we lose. And it's just not translating into a positive win rate. So I'm going to go back to the Go Second version of the deck. It feels like there's enough random decks that this should be able to work. We're going to try it with the Lava Golems, but also with the Small World and the Archfiend Eccentric. We still got the Fossil Dyna, so if we do go first, we've got something, and we've got the bridge into the Small World. So hopefully a more consistent Go Second version with less tools might be able to make this work. If not, we could still try something else. We'll see. Well, first of all, let's use this. Let's see if this gets, like, impermed or whatever. Because if it does, then that changes the calculus. We want to go for the thing with the field spells, because we have a way to move it already. So we do this, we get the Royal, we activate, now we activate Small World. Baron goes here. This guy. Below there. Electromite, we need to put the other level 4 in there. Put this guy here. Yeah. Get him back. Pendulum scale. Just put Shinome so we get another material. Oh, we shouldn't have blown up the field spell. Oops. Mistakes were made. I guess that's just stuck there now. And beyond. Get Eccentric. Hanzo. Activate Gallant Granite. I mean, if you have Nibiru, that was the time to use it. Now you cannot use it. So, no Imperm, no Evenly. They can't attack this. They have to attack that. Bestial. You had one summon, you used it on this. I thought they were going to search the trap. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so we still have a way to go first. Maybe that's what we should try to do, is like if we go first, just try to do that combo. We don't necessarily need to do all the Secret Village stuff. If we could just end on Fossil Dyna and Abramax, that outs like 80% of decks. Almost everything except for, I think, maybe Purrely and Flu. And then if we go second, our deck is prepared to go second. Let's see if that works for us. All right. Starter, Maxi, Ash, Lava Golem, Small World. That's a pretty good start. Cyberse. Yeah, I'll take the 2 for 1. That'll hopefully bait out the called by if you have one. It appears you don't have one. And they didn't open Circle. Yo, what's up? How'd you like to see my boy? Pendulum combos. Boo, boo, doo, doo, doo. Oh, I put it in the wrong zone. Minor zone placement error. I win. Okay, it's all gonna come down to a fucking dice roll. Oh, wait. I don't need the dice roll. Normal summon. And this is why Maxi needs to be banned. It's too powerful. It's too powerful. But no, for real, that's like, if Maxi was a spell, that like, even if you could discard it during either player's turn, it would still be weaker. The fact that it's a monster with any amount of attack that's normal summonable means you could normal summon it and do plays with it. There's a reason Nibiru is level 11. It's not just because it's powerful, it's because they specifically wanted to make sure that if you summoned it, it had to be with its effect, and also you wouldn't be able to use it for anything useful until they make a level 11 archetype and that like searches Nibiru or whatever. Here we are, ladies and non-ladies, dawn of the final stream, and yes, we're still in Diamond 1. And at this point, honestly, if we could just climb past Diamond 1 to get into Master, I'll consider this a success. I've been saying a little bit of this off camera, but just to get this in here, this deck I think is not bad, but it is not suited to this meta at all. Right now, things are really diverse, and so it favors decks that can play a wide variety of hand traps and tech cards and stuff, and pendulum decks just can't. You need to play a whole lot of pendulums in order to make this deck work, or any pendulum archetype for that matter. You only really have room for one tech card, and that's especially true on Master Duel, where we hard lose to Maxi, especially with Nibiru in the format. So we need to play like Ash called by. We will lose if those resolve. And we probably need to be playing Maxi as well, just for when we go second, because going second is already a difficult prospect for us. So once again, the Maxi tax kind of hinders us. We could maybe play a little bit more tech card in the TCG, but here we just got room for one. We've got to prepare for what we see the most. I don't know, maybe Denko Sekka will come back in if we run into more Labrynth. We'll probably be trading these out for something. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how the deck is. The deck is about as good as it can get. It's just a matter of winning the coin tosses, getting the right matchups, not getting brick hands, and getting lucky enough to just push us into that 51% win rate that we need to get into Master. Maybe we can go farther? Hard to say, hard to leg. You'll have to watch to find out. Once again, we just start with the Pachycephalo. It's a tiny, tiny world. It's a tiny, tiny world. It's a tiny, 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 it's a tiny, tiny world. Your move. So this is probably the best we can do with this version of the deck. They're locked out of special summons. We can negate 3 monster effects, and this thing can switch these two. When that happens, this pops a card without targeting, and this targets a monster and steals it permanently. And they can't evenly because they have a field spell. Where's the Secret Village line? I took it out because it was 2 other cards that were bricking me. I don't think we need the Secret Village in addition to all of this. Big boy. Sure. You can mill cards if you want. I'm not sure why you would want to do that in this situation. Oh, I guess because it lowers the attack. You can't special summon, so I'm not sure why you're doing things. Battle phase? Activate Arktos! Change places! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. So this is going to pop the field spell, and this is going to steal your dude. So the Duke says, come here, Rhino Heart, you're on our team now. And your planet's gone. Yeah, he's now... Also, not only does this steal a card, but it becomes a Vaylantz monster. So this is Tearlament's Vaylantz Rhino Heart. Fun stuff. And there you go! That's what the deck does going first. And as I was saying, you know, it's not as much of a complete lockdown as the version that has Secret Village of the Spellcasters. But you don't have to play the field spell that can be a brick. You don't have to play True Draco Girl or whatever that searches it. You lower the ceiling a little bit, but I don't think you need the ceiling to be that high to win the games most of the time. And in return, we get to play more going second cards. So that's the trade-off. That's the idea behind this version of the deck. Uh-oh. Someone's having a bad day. Part of me just wants to be like, you know... I don't need it that bad. You can just surrender and let them have it. But I kind of do need it pretty bad, you know? for the patrons. Uh-oh. Looks like they're having a worse day than I expected. Their internet cannot survive. It's possible they're already like, I'm ranking down, and then they saw their opening hand, and they were just like, nope, fuck this game, and they just... Well, you know... I was considering quitting, and they're like, nah, dog, you can have it. I want to rank down. Alright, Critter. We're going to Diamond 1, we're going into Master 5 again, potentially. We've been here a lot. This is the first time today. Do you think we can make it? We'll see if he's right. We'll see if he's right. We've lost the coin toss. But we're going first anyway. If we can set up the Fossil Dyna thing against Mikanko, we might have this. Well, I mean, setting up the Fossil Dyna thing seems exceptionally easy with this hand. Let's start with Vaylantz Wars. Let's get our shiny thing. Let's activate this. Put that in there. And then we activate the Vaylantz. Let's get our girl. Our Goyle. Now the unfortunate thing about this is we have the field spells already. And we have that, so there's like literally nothing for us to summon. I guess we just get another one of these for next turn. We'll go ahead and do this. Slide to the right. Part of me is like, should we play around the fact that they might have Nibiru and just not summon anything? But we need to put enough damage on board so that if we pass on this, we actually can do something, you know? Yeah, we go for this one. We're gonna search this now. Next turn, he says, you don't know. I don't like to assume anything at this point. 1. Lava Golem. Nothing. Sometimes the dice doesn't roll in your favor. The unfortunate thing about this, we don't have a lot we can do. Let me think about this. We use that. No, we can't really pendulum summon is the problem because we don't have enough pendulums. We really just need to... Yeah, we've got to put this. Then we blow up the field spell to get that back. And we couldn't get a higher level one because then we wouldn't be able to summon it. Pendulum scale this here. We could put something in the back row, it doesn't do anything. We could get beyond the pendulum, but that has less attack than either of these. We've already got the searcher anyway. There's not really a level 3 we could make, so... Yeah, I think we just do this and hope. Should have added the second field spell. Not sure if that would have helped us. Like, we could blow it up and then activate the other field spell and then be completely out. Or yeah, if we did, then we could put that, summon something else, and make a Link 4. There's still a chance this does it. What do? You play Floodgates. It is Mikanko! Equipped monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. During your main turn, you can special summon one Mikanko from your hand or deck. If you do, return the monster that was equipped to this card to the hand. Okay, but you can't special summon. Target one card and return it to the hand. Alright. I think that deals with it. Either player equips equip card. You can add one. No. No, I don't want you to add one. But we take the damage. Yeah, how are we supposed to out this when we can't summon? Well, now we can summon. Lava Golem? No. No, they've got nothing at the moment. Okay, so let me read this. Not be destroyed by battle. Your opponent takes, while you control an equip card that can't target Mikankos with card effects. The equipped monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it can't be destroyed, it can't be... It just can't be destroyed. But I could steal it, right? If I get the Dominator Duke online. Oh, it can't be targeted either? But we can do something. 1 second. Let's grab the other field spell. Let's go ahead and just activate both. Even though we can't target them. Activate this. You go here. Howdy, howdy. These people do play Nibiru, so we gotta watch out. That was 2 summons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's something. Underworld Goddess. We got 35. This here. Move you to the side. This really, I think we're in a position where we've just got to hope that they don't have, Nibiru. 35, 45, 55. They simply will not have the rock in their hand. 73. And now if they have the rock, they can't use it. Fossil Dyna comes back! Is this it? Do they have anything else? I haven't read the Mikankos. I need to start doing Let's Builds again. Go, go, Underworld Goddess! Yes! Oh, we did it! We made it, everyone! Critter was correct! Thank you, buddy! Yeah, what he said! Oh, so you say the craziest shit sometimes, buddy. So there we go. With that, we rank up into Master 5. We have made it to the highest echelons. Can we maybe make it to, like, Master 4? Master 3? Uh-oh. Items exceeding the inventory have been sent to my gift box. I got too many gems, chat. What am I gonna do? Too many gems. Over 10,000. We got even more just waiting for... Oh no, the legacy tickets. Okay, those are what have been sent. We're out of Arby's gift cards again. So yeah, we did it. I consider it a success. We made it at least into Master. Can we perhaps make it farther? Can we go up? Well, we'll see. We'll spend the rest of our time. We've still got like 3 hours left. But already, I'm happy. We got it. We did it. And here we are, ladies and non-ladies, knocking at the door to Master 4. Will we be able to do it? We've lost the coin toss, but that hasn't stopped us yet. We've got Lava Golem. We can search it. We've been on a little bit of a win streak, although it's still been back and forth, as you can clearly see. We've got none of our Go Second cards. Got a handful of machines. What will Double Leaf do? And it's Purrely. We have a very bad Purrely matchup. Oh. Kelbeck? Well, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Scale? This is like a 6 or a 7. You know, it's more fun than usual. But it's nothing fancy. Purrely Tearlament. I've not seen that before. A strange mix, if ever there was one. So, do I even want the Lava Golem at this point? They get 2 draws and that's it, right? I think I know what I want to do. Oh, thank you. I almost thought this might be a game. Oh, we could probably still OTK them through this with how we've got. Activate this. That gets rid of their field spell. Here, have a royal. Normal summon? Hey, that's a nice Purrely. I appreciate you putting it right in front of the thing that does stuff. Because now I can get rid of both, and you don't get to get all your cards back, which is pretty neat, you know? And there you go! There you go! That's all you had to do! They made a bad board, and I said, your board was really bad. They go, you know what? You're right. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to deal with this. I think I'm done. They had Maxi, and they're like, never mind. Never mind. I'm out of here. The question is, okay, one second. Did they have Nibiru in that big clusterfuck of a deck? No. So I could have played into Maxi and they wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. The best would be maybe they could get a Hadness and do some stuff from there. So there you go. We're at least Master 4. We're already 3.5 hours. I'll play a couple more duels, but I think this is probably where we'll end it. This is not a great going second hand. Although, we do have Lava Golem and a starter. And an Ash. Actually, this is probably the best going second hand we could expect other than having Maxi. Oh. Oh, hello. I see. Yep, go off, King. Yeah, I think we hit the Beyond the Pendulum and hope they don't have another high scale, because if so, that shuts them down. Well, they might play multiple high scales, but they definitely don't play 2 Fossil Fusion. They've already got the high scale, I've just got to save it for the Gallant Granite. Everything, everything. You magnificent bastard, I read your book! No. You're not getting that one. No Fossil Dino on this board. They could have done Apo first. They could end on, I think, Arktos plus, yeah, Arktos Hanzo. And they have too many spellcasters for me to get rid of all of them. And now they don't. If only you control a spell monster. Okay, so if they don't control a spellcaster, I'm fine. Yep. You're gone, and... yeah, they would need 2 monsters, so I might be able to get rid of this beforehand. Lava Golem. It was me, Barry. I was playing your deck the whole time. Oh, now they do have 2 monsters. Let's go! Vaylantz Wars? Vaylantz Wars. Let's go ahead and get the Royal. We'll show them who's the real Vaylantz duelist. The one with the Royal. Now I can move you into the back row. Into the back rooms with ye. I have no idea how this works. If they switch places, do they still go back? They still go back. They just go into that zone instead. Take that, you rat bastard. I'm the best Vaylantz duelist who ever lived. Note, I am not actually the best Vaylantz duelist. I'm maybe in like the top 100 or so. I mean, I know how to play the deck. That puts me above most Yu-Gi-Oh players, but I am fully aware that I have made several mistakes this episode. Do not hold me to that. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we reach the conclusion of this episode. In the end, we made it to Master 4, which is kind of a mixed bag. On the one hand, this is not the ceiling of Vaylantz. I've had several viewers tell me that they made it to Master 1 with this deck, and I can absolutely believe it. I mean, you've seen how strong this archetype can be. Its first turn boards are straight up unfair, and even going second, it can easily clear the field and attack for game. Vaylantz can absolutely go all the way to Master 1, and I think the main reason it didn't is because I failed. I simply didn't learn the deck well enough, and I was still making misplays even on the last stream. Now that being said, I'm still proud of how far I was able to get. I mean, this archetype is DDD levels of complicated, and unlike that deck, I didn't have years of experience leading into the episode. I may not have mastered this deck in 3 weeks, but considering how complex Vaylantz is, I'm pretty satisfied that I was able to make it this far. And I quite enjoyed my time, so who knows? Maybe Konami will release a 3rd faction into the Vaylantz Wars, and I can bring this archetype back in a future episode for that salty run back. For now though, I'm putting this deck aside. But since it's the end of the episode, let's take a moment to look over our statistics for September 2023. I ended up playing 142 duels with Vaylantz and made it into Master 4. We won 75 of those duels and lost 67, which gives the deck an overall win rate around 53%. We went through 9 builds during our time before ending on the list behind me, which contains 12 common cards, 18 super rares, and 25 ultra rares. We spent around $4,000 on this month's deck, which would cost about $62 if you bought them all at the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this would not have been possible without 401 awesome patrons who help support the channel. 29 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Davon Crushin, Cat Monarch, Dude Blade X, Shadow 1317, Austin Glover, Crystal Chaos, ya boy Slurp, Muntry, Barbarians Are Us, Boomer Noob _ Clockswork, Dallas Visagi, Default Titan 97, Dancing Joker, Elance, Emperor Lelouch, Inge Magnus, Jeff M, JJ Squirtle, Koro, MBT Yu-Gi-Oh, Nathan, Gnawdog the Razor, Quintingent, Sanguine Strawberry, Spooky, Taylor, Tengen Tapa Bob Ross, Tristan Marlowe, and Viscount Billy Esquire. If you'd like to join them, there's a Patreon link down in the description. Any amount of help you could give, I would really appreciate. $1 gets you on the Discord, $25 gets your name in the credits, and for $10 you can get a special role on the Discord that allows you to vote for what deck I play next. Speaking of which, next time on Ladder Climb, we're leaping out of the shadows and putting our opponents face down with the power of ninjas. If you want to see me attempt this in real time, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/hardleggaming, where I stream most of my duels. Otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun.